Hello, my friends. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Today, sleep expressions and reason clauses. Yes, first, the grammar reason clauses. It's very easy, my friends. All right, an example. I will play soccer today because I love soccer. In blue, we have the main clause. Again, main clauses have subject and verb, and main clauses can be independent sentences. I will play soccer today. This could be an independent sentence. This could be grammatically correct. And in the red, we have the reason clause. Reason clauses introduce a reason. And reason clauses typically can't be independent sentences. Because I love soccer can't be an independent sentence. However, it introduces a reason. It's a reason clause. All right. I will play soccer today because I love soccer. Now, this reason clause starts with because I love soccer. Now, let's see some other examples of reason clauses. Even if. Even if introduces a condition that doesn't influence the main clause. For example, I will play soccer today even if it rains. This reason clause starts with even if. Even if in Portuguese is mesmo se. Considering that. Considering that introduces reasons that explain the main clause. For example, health is important to me. Considering that my dad had a heart attack when he was 48. True story. Considering that is considerando que in Portuguese. And this reason clause starts with considering that. As long as. As long as introduces something that the main clause depends on. For example, I can sleep well as long as I don't drink coffee at night. This reason clause starts with as long as. As long as in Portuguese is desde que in Portuguese. Unless. Unless introduces something that needs to occur in order to avoid a consequence. For example, unless I force myself to go to bed, I could easily stay up until 6 a.m. True story. This reason clause starts with unless. Unless in Portuguese is a menos que. Just in case, or simply in case. In case, or just in case, introduces an undesirable, a bad circumstance that needs to be considered. For example, I check if my door is locked twice, just in case I forgot. This reason clause starts with just in case. In case in Portuguese means no caso. Only if. Only if introduces a condition that must be met for the main clause to be true. For example, I go to bed before 1 a.m. only if I have something to do early in the morning. This reason clause starts with only if. Only if in Portuguese is somente se. And sleep expressions. Be fast asleep. To be fast asleep is to be in a state of deep sleep. We can say, this baby is fast asleep. And to be sound asleep. To be sound asleep is to be in a state of peaceful sleep. For example, we can say, this man is sound asleep. Be wide awake. Be wide awake is to be in a very alert state, which is often inconvenient because it's at a time when you want to be sleeping. For example, we can say, this boy is wide awake. He should be sleeping, but he's wide awake. To drift off. To drift off is to gradually start to sleep. Go from awake to tired to sleeping. For example, he is drifting off. Drift off. Feel drowsy. Feel drowsy is simply a synonym with tired. For example, we can say he is tired or he feels drowsy. Have a sleepless night. To have a sleepless night is to have a night without sleep. For example, we can say, this woman is having a sleepless night. Nod off. Nod off is to fall asleep briefly, but typically unintentionally. For example, this is a meeting with the President Barack Obama, and this man is sleeping. It's probably not intentional. He is nodding off. He nodded off. Not off. Sleep like a log. To sleep like a log is to sleep very well. This is a log. A log is a big piece of wood, madera. Now, to sleep like a log is to sleep very well. For example, she is sleeping like a log. It's an expression. Take a power nap. To take a power nap is to take a quick nap or a short sleep to increase your energy. 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. It's a power nap. They are taking power naps. I love a power nap. Toss and turn. Toss and turn is constant movement in your bed when you can't sleep. You go from one side of the bed to the other side of the bed. You put your pillow up. You put your pillow down. Toss and turn. Constant movement when you can't sleep. She is tossing and turning in her bed. All right, other vocabulary from the chapter. We have get by. In the past, got by. Get by and got by is to deal or live with a difficult situation or scenario. Get by in Portuguese is aguentar or se virar. For example, I can get by with 6 hours of sleep, but it's not ideal for me. Get by. Manage. In the past, managed. Now, manage can mean gerenciar, but manage can also be a synonym with get by, or in Portuguese, se virar or aguentar. For example, I can manage on 4 or 5 hours of sleep a night, but only if it's just for one day. For 3 days or 4 days, no way. I can manage. Snore. In the past, snored. These are the sounds that people make when sleeping. They sound like this. He is snoring. Snore in the present, snored in the past. Snore in Portuguese is roncar. Boost. In the past, boosted. This is a synonym with increase. For example, here, if you look at this, the sales are boosting. Boost. Cut back. Cut back is a synonym with reduce. For example, sugar is very bad. Sugar does all of these bad things. Makes you fat, makes you hungrier, ages you, rots your brain, makes you anxious, gives you bad teeth, leads to diabetes, leads to heart disease, leads to cancer, leads to lower fertility. Sugar is very bad. So I am cutting back my sugar consumption. Sorry. I am cutting back my sugar consumption. Yes. Cutting back means reduce. This is true. And lie, lay, and lane. This is to relax in a horizontal position. In the present participle, lying. Lie in Portuguese is deitar. Lie can also be mentir, but in this example, lie is deitar. For example, I want to lie on my sofa and take a nap. But we also have lay, and lay is to put something down. In the past, laid. In the past participle, laid. In the present participle, laying. For example, I laid my cell phone on the table.